قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا أقيمت الصلاة وحضر العشاء فابدأ بالعشاء. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki farz namazı ikamet getirildiği zaman akşam yemeği hazırsa önce akşam yemeğine başlayınız. Yani yemek hazır oluyor. Namaz vakti oluyor. Tabi acil namaz olmayınca yani akşam namazı olursa namaz kılınacak ama başka namazlar olunca yemek hazırsa yemekten başlayın, yemeği bitirin, ondan sonra namazı kılın. Çünkü meşgul olmasın diye insanlar yemekle yemeğe başla yapın diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that when it's time to perform prayer and when it's time to recite the Iqamah for the fourth prayer, and at the same time the food and the meal is ready and is being served and it is ready to eat, then one should first eat and then pray, except when it's Maghrib prayer and when there is a hurry to pray, and then when there is an urgency to pray, one should pray first, for example, for Maghrib prayer. But for all other prayers, if at the same time the meal is ready to eat, one should first eat and then perform the prayer. And the reason why our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says this is that one should eat first before praying so that one is not distracted by the food throughout the prayer.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا أراد أحدكم أن يذهب إلى الخلاء وأقيمت الصلاة فليذهب إلى الخلاء. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki biriniz helaya gitmek istediği zaman farz namaz için kâmet getirilirse önce helaya gitsin. Yani sıkışık vaziyette namaza kılmasın, durmasın. Abdestini yapıp sonra dursun. Yani namaz hazır olsa bile o helaya gitmek daha elzemdir.
And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that when it's time for prayer and it is time to recite the Iqamah, but one needs to go to the restroom and it is urgent, then one should first go to the restroom, renew one's ablution, and then perform the prayer, even though right now it may be time to perform the prayer instead of being distracted throughout the prayer by that urgent call of nature. One should first go to the restroom and then renew his ablution and then fully focus on the prayer rather than being distracted by one having to go to the restroom. Therefore, first go to the restroom and then perform your prayer, even though it's time for prayer.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نهى أن يصلي الرجل وهو حاق. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki kişinin büyük ve küçük abdesti sıkışmış olarak namaz kılması yasaklanmıştır. Yani o namaz zaten abdest müsait olur mu olmaz mı? Onun için sıkışmış vaziyetteyken önce abdest alıp sonra namazda durması münasip olur.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, again says that if one urgently needs to go to the restroom, then one should not stand for prayer, but first go to the restroom and relieve oneself and then perform one's prayer, because if you are under that stress, under that urgency, you cannot concentrate on your prayer and you may not even know whether your prayer may be nullified throughout the prayer because of that urgency. So therefore, if you need to go to the restroom urgently, first go to the restroom and then perform your prayer without being distracted and without being under that stress.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الرجل لا ينصرف وما كتب له إلا عشر صلاته تسعها ثمنها سبعها سدسها خمسها ربعها سدسها نصفها. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki kişi namazının sevap olarak kendisine kalmış olduğu namazın 1/10. Yani bir insan namaz kılıyor, o namazın sevabından 1/10 kalmış oluyor. Ya 1/9, ya 8/1, 7/1 olarak 5/1, 4/1, 3/1 ve et yarısı kalır. Yani namazın erkanını yapıp da nasıl güzel yaptıysa o kadar ecr sevap kazanmış olur. %100 olabilir, %10 olabilir, %2-20 falan öyle ta ki yarısının sevabını kazanmış olarak bazıları yapabilir.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, underscores the importance of paying attention to how one performs one prayer. And the more you pay attention to how you pray, the more you focus and perform your prayer properly, the more you will be gaining rewards of that prayer. You will be achieving 100% of those rewards. And the less you pay attention, the less you will be losing, the more you will be losing. So our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, mentions that you may only be getting 1/9 or 1/8, 1/6, and so on, 1/4, 1/3, or a half. And thus our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, describes that the less you focus on your prayer, the less you properly perform your prayer, the less you will be obtaining a share of that prayer, and the more you perform your prayer properly, the more you will be obtaining of the share of the blessings of the prayer up to 100%.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا قمت إلى صلاتك فصلي صلاة مودع ولا تكلموا بكلام تعتذر منه واجمع الإياس مما في أيدي الناس. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki namazına durduğun zaman onu dünyaya veda edenin namazı gibi kıl. Yani şimdi nasıl insan bu son namazı kılarsa, duracaksa öyle huşuyla, öyle bir şeyle dursun ki bu böyle kıl diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that when you stand for prayer and you're ready to begin your prayer, then pray with full attention and fully focus and concentrate on that prayer. And when you start your prayer, make that prayer that you're bidding farewell from this world, and that you fully dedicate yourself to that prayer, bidding farewell to this world.
Sonradan özür dilemeni getirecek bir sözü söyleme. Yani bir insanların içinde bir şey söylersin, sonra pişman olursun, özür dileyeceksin. Onu önceden söyleme ki mahcup olup da özür dilemene gerekmesin diye.
So when you pray, perform that prayer as if that prayer was going to be your last prayer, as if that was your farewell or goodbye prayer from this world. And also, when you say a word, don't say something which you may regret afterwards. Pay attention to what you say. Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says,
İnsanların ellerindeki dünyalık şeylerden ümidini kesmeye karar ver. Yani insanların elinde dünyalık var, bana bir şey gelecek diye düşünme, ondan ümidini kes, Allah'tan ümidini kesme diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem.
And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says, do not place your hope in the worldly things people hold in their hands. Don't place your hope in those things, but fully place your hope in Allah Almighty only.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن العبد إذا صلى في العلانية فأحسن وصلى في السر فأحسن قال الله هذا عبدي حقا. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki kul, yani insan açıkta başkalarının görebileceği bir yerde namaz kılar ve namazını güzel şekilde eda ederse, yani insanların önünde güzel bir namaz kılar diyor Peygamber Efendimiz. Yine başka bir kul gizli, başkalarının görmeyeceği bir yerde namaz kılar ve namazını güzel bir şekilde eda ederse Allah, Yüce Allah namazını gizli kılan kişi için bu benim hakiki görevini hakkıyla eda eden kulumdur buyurur. Yani hem insanların önünde hem arkalarında aynı şekilde kılan insan Allah Azze ve Celle'nin makbul kulu sayılır.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings, speaks about those servants of his that perform their prayer that fulfill their prayers properly, regardless of whether people are seeing them or not. And thus our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, describes a person who who stands in front of people, who's being seen by people while praying and performs his prayer properly. And then he also describes that there's a person who prays secretly without being seen by anyone, but even though he's not seen by anyone except Allah Almighty, he performs that prayer properly. And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that Allah Almighty accepts the one who performs his prayer, even though he is in secret and it is not seen by anyone, properly, as a servant whose prayers are accepted.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن أحدكم إذا قام يصلي إنما يناجي ربه فلينظر كيف يناجيه. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki sizden biri namaza durduğu zaman şüphesiz ki Rabbi ile konuşmaktadır, münacat etmektedir.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that let there no be doubt that when one stands for prayer and is in prayer, in that moment one enters a conversation with Allah Almighty.
Öyleyse nasıl konuştuğuna dikkat etsin. Yani insan namazdayken Allah her zaman beraberiz ama namazdayken daha fazla Rabbinden beraberdir. Onunla karşı karşıya, onun önünde, onun huzurundadır. Nasıl olacağını öyle davransın diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem.
Thus our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that when you perform your prayer, you stand in the divine presence before your Lord Allah Almighty. Of course, Allah Almighty is always with us, but during prayer, we are in the divine presence and we are standing in front of Allah Almighty. And when you then say your prayers throughout your prayer, you should pay attention to what you say. And you should pay attention what you say during a prayer, because during prayer you're standing in front of your Lord, Allah Almighty.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن في الصلاة شغلا. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki şüphesiz ki namazda meşguliyet vardır. Yani namaz boş değildir, onun mühim bir iştir.
And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that prayer is not something that is empty. To perform prayer is an important job. It's an important task.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أول ما يرفع من الناس الخشوع. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki insanların ilk raf edilecek olan şey huşudur. Yani insanların ümmetten kaldırılacak olan huşu, yani huzurda huşuyla durmaktır. O kalkacak, insanlar o şey kalmayacak insanlarda diyor. Yani Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem ondan sonra.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, informs us that the first thing that will be removed is that people will no longer focus themselves or concentrate throughout their prayers and have the consciousness and full awareness during prayer, but they will be in a state of distraction throughout their prayers.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أول شيء يرفع من هذه الأمة الخشوع حتى لا ترى فيها خاشعا. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki bu ümmetten kaldırılacak ilk şey huşudur. Hatta işlerinde huşu sahibi hiç kimse görmeyeceksin. Yani huşu dediği edeple, tam teslimiyetle durmuş insan, öyle huşu demek odur yani. O ilk kaldıracak odur diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem ümmetten.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that the first thing that is going to be removed from my ummah is the ability to focus and to concentrate oneself properly to one's prayer and to perform one's prayer with full awareness and full consciousness. But people, when they pray, will be in a state of being distracted.
Çok şeyler kaldırıldı. O da ilk başta kaldıran huşudur.
There were many things which have been removed from the ummah, but the first thing that was removed was that during prayer people do not focus, do not concentrate, and do not perform their prayers properly with full awareness and consciousness.
Hatta işlerinde yani hiç kimse öyle huşu sahibi bir kimseyi görmeyeceksin.
And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that it will come a time that we will not find a single person who performs their prayers in full awareness and consciousness and focus.
Nadir kel ma'dum diyor. Yani nadir olan da hiç gibi sayılır.
And there will only be rarely someone, and it will be as if there will be almost no one left or remaining that will perform their prayers with dedication and full awareness.
Binde bin, yüz binde bir görsen o sayılmaz yani.
And maybe among 1,000 or 100,000 you may find one, but it will be as if you do not find anyone who performs their prayer with full dedication.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم صل صلاة مودع كأنك تراه فإن كنت لا تراه فإنه يراك ويأس مما في أيدي الناس تعش غنيا وإياك وما اعتذروا منه. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki namazını dünyaya veda edenin namazı gibi kıl. Yani son namaz gibi namaz senin son namazındır. Bundan sonra öleceksin diye işte. Mesela nasıl insan kılar o namazı? Peygamber her namazı böyle kıl diyor.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that every prayer you should pray with full focus and attention as if it were going to be your last prayer. Imagine they told you you were going to die, and imagine how you would focus and concentrate on that prayer. And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that with every prayer we should appreciate and show respect to each and every single prayer as if it were our last prayer.
Çünkü hakikat odur. İnsan bilmiyor. İkinci namaza yetişir mi yetişmez mi? O bilmiyor. Onun için öyle kıl.
And it is a matter of fact, and that is the truth, that in reality you don't even know whether you will make it to the next prayer. So in reality, every prayer is your last prayer because you don't know whether you will live up until to the next prayer. So you should perform every prayer as if it was going to be your last.
Onu Allah'ı görüyor sana kıl. Yani Allah Azze ve Celle görüyorsun gibi kıl diyor Peygamber. Sen onu göremezsin, zaten göremezsin. Sen görmezsen de o seni görmektedir.
And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that even though you cannot see Allah Almighty, perform your prayer with the full awareness that He, Almighty Allah, sees you.
Yani Allah Azze ve Celle seni görmektedir. Sen o huzurunda durup da onu görüyor gibi kıl. Sen görmüyorsa o seni görüyor Allah Azze ve Celle.
Be aware and make yourself aware that Allah Almighty sees you, and when you stand in prayer, perform your prayer with that awareness that Allah Almighty sees you while you are in prayer.
İnsanların ellerindeki dünyalık şeylerde ümidini kes ki zengin yaşarsın.
And our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, says that don't place your hope in those worldly things people hold in their hands, and if you don't expect from people and from this world, then you will lead a wealthy and rich life.
Bu namazdan haricani insanlara dünyalık için onlardan ümidin edip de şey yaparsan, kesersen zengin yaşarsın.
And this is an advice apart from prayer, which our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, gives, that if you stop your expectations, if you stop expecting from this world, if you stop expecting and placing your whole hope into people, into worldly things, and if you stop expecting from what people may offer to you, if you place your trust and hope in Allah Almighty, then you will live a life which is going to be rich.
Yok onların ben sana şöyle yapacağım, ben sana bunu yapacağım falan diye zaten çoğu insanların başlarına iş açan budur. Başkalarının ümitleri oluyor. O ümidi de o insanlar kullanıyor. Senin elindekini de avucundakini de götürüyor. Yok. Kani olup da onlara bakmasan, kendini şey yaparsan zengin yaşarsın.
But if you make yourself dependent on others, if you have expectations from others, and if you hope of what others will do for you, and if you expect what others will do for you, then you must know that they will not live up to your expectations, and they will not fulfill your hopes, and you will always depend on them. But however, if you place your trust and hope and expectations in Allah Almighty, and if you only want from Him and request from Him only, then you will lead a rich life. And that is also the reason why people are in this miserable state, that they do not trust and do not hope and do not expect from Allah Almighty. Instead, they expect from others, they expect from people, they only hope from what they can get from other people. And as they cannot live up to their expectations, which they will never be able to do, as they cannot live up to what they hope from them, people are disappointed.
Kimseye muhtaç olmasın. Sonradan özür getirecek şeyden de sakın. Şimdi bir halt yaparsın, ondan sonra pişman olursun, gidip özürler dilersin, yalvarırsın, yakalarırsın. Onun için baştan sen dikkat et, konuştuğuna, yaptığına dikkat et. Sen mahcup olma, özür dilemeye ihtiyaç kalmasın diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem.
And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that be careful about what you do, about what you say, and don't say things or don't do things which you will regret and which will put you into a situation where you will need to apologize. Before you do something that will require you to apologize, don't do it in the first place.
قال Resulullah sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem ضع بصرك موضع سجودك. Peygamber sallallahu buyuruyor ki namaz kılarken gözlerini secde edeceğin yere dik diyor.
Our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, says that while you pray, focus and place your sight, look with your eyes to where you are going to make sajda.
قال Resulullah sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem لو خشع قلبه هذا خشعت جوارحه. Peygamber sallallahu buyuruyor ki eğer bunun kalbi huşu içinde olsaydı vücudunun her azasında hareketsizlik olurdu. Hani bir orada kılan vardı da galiba hareketler falan yapıyordu. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor. Bunun kalbi mutmain olsa, şey yapmazsaydı her tarafı sakin olurdu. Doğru kılardı diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem.
Our beloved Prophet describes what it means to be in awareness while one prays and what it means to be fully dedicated to one's prayer when he mentions and describes a person, and he says that if that person's heart was satisfied and was fully dedicated and connected to Allah Almighty during the prayer, and if that person would have performed his prayer with full consciousness and awareness, then none of his organs would have moved unnecessarily, but he would have stand still and firm throughout his prayer.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من مصل إلا وملك عن يمينه وملك عن يساره فإن أتمها على جابها وإن لم يتمها ضربا بها وجهه. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki namaz kılan hiç kimse yoktur ki sağında ve solunda birer melek olmasın. Yani namaz kılarken bir sağında bir solunda melekler var. O namaz için bekliyorlar.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that when one prays, there's an angel to your right and there's an angel to your left, and there's no one who performs a prayer without those angels not being present. So everyone who prays must know that there's an angel to their right and an angel to their left.
Eğer kişi namazını eksiksiz kılarsa melekler o namazı semaya yükseltirler.
And if one performs his prayers properly, without mistakes, flawlessly, then those angels will lift that prayer to the heaven.
Yani namazı, abdest namazlarını okuduğun doğru dürüst olsa onları semaya yükseltirler.
So if you made your ablution properly, if we paid attention to everything before, during prayer, then those angels will lift your prayers to the heaven.
Eğer eksik kılarsa o namazı yüzüne çarparlar. Yani o namaz kabul olmaz. Sana kalsın namaz derler.
And if you perform that prayer improperly, and if you do not pay attention to how you pray, and if you make mistakes in your prayer, then those angels will throw that prayer to your face, and they will say, let that prayer be yours.
قال Resulullah sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem min tamamı salat sükunul atraf. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki namazda organları hareket ettirmemek namazın tam olmasının gereklerindendir.
Our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, says that it is a requirement to perform one's prayer properly, to not move one's organs unnecessarily.
Yani namaz dururken hareket etmeyin.
So when you pray, stand firm, stand still, do not move.
Yani lüzumsuz hareketlerden dikkat edin.
Only make the movements required by the prayer and don't move any other movement. Don't make any other movements during the prayer.
Çok bazen bir şey olur onu yani hareket fazla yaparsan namazın bozulabilir gene.
And one should be very careful, because if you make these movements that are outside of the prayer and which are not part of the prayer, then those movements may nullify your prayer.
قال Resulullah sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem la salati بحضرة الطعام ولا هو يدافع الأخبثان. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki yemek hazır olması halinde namaz olmaz diyor. Namaza yemek daha evladır. Bir de büyük veya küçük abdestle sıkışık olma halinde namaz olmaz. O da çünkü namazda hiçbir huzur, huşu kalmaz. Öyle bir şey sıkışık olduğu için. Onun için ona abdestini, yemeğini daha önce yiyip de sonra namaz kılması lazım insanların.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, again repeats the importance of that when it's prayer time and at the same time meal is ready and is served, that one should first eat and then pray. And also when one needs to go to the restroom and it's prayer time, one should first go to the restroom and then perform the prayer. Because if you do otherwise, you will be distracted throughout your prayer. You will either think about what you're going to eat, or you will constantly be under that stress and urgency of going to the restroom and trying to keep yourself. So if it's prayer time and the food is ready, the meal is ready, first eat. And if you need to go to the restroom, first go to the restroom and then perform your prayer, so that you can fully dedicate yourself to the prayer and your thoughts, and you're not distracted by that.
صدق رسول الله فيما قال أو كما قال. إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وأصحابه الكرام، وإلى أرواح جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين خدماء شرائعهم، وإلى أرواح الأئمة الأربعة، وإلى أرواح مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية، خاصة إمام طريقة وغوث الخليقة خواجة بهاء الدين محمد بن سيد البخاري سيدنا عبد الخالق الجواني، مولانا الشيخ شرف الدين داغستاني، مولانا الشيخ عبد الله فاز داغستاني، مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عبد الحقاني، وسائر ساداتنا المصدقون، وأما نحن حضرات مجارب حسين الزواقاندي ورفقاء حاج مصطفى الترابي، جملة من زنجة الشمشتار الله رسول شهيد شهداء الله رسول الله تعالى. الفاتحة.